and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, hi, welcome. My name is Shayna and I put out videos routinely about lifestyle, high-end luxury goods, travel, things like that. So if you are interested in that kind of thing, go ahead and click the subscribe button below somewhere around there so that you can stay tuned for the videos that I have coming up. I have a lot of stuff going on. You can check my videos that I've done in the past. I've done travel, I've done high-end luxury, so click subscribe. Today I wanted to do a comparison video because I just picked up a new handbag, and I will link the unboxing haul video I did for that down below in the description part of YouTube. But I recently purchased this. So this is the Speedy B 30 in the damier Ben print, and I actually picked up the confidential bandeau with it, so I am doing a little better tying the bows. I had a little practice tying the bows, and now it looks pretty good, I think, on there. I was not very good. If you caught my Instagram picture where I was practicing trying to tie the bow on the Speedy, it kind of looked like a hot mess for a while. So if you want to go check that out, check my Instagram. I've linked all my social media stuff below as well, so you can see that, because I was kind of a hot mess for a while, but I think I did better here. It just took patience. So I purchased this recently, and I have my first Louis Vuitton bag, which is the Siena MM. So I'd like to do a comparison between the Siena and the Speedy B 30 in damier Ben, and I'm actually going to talk about, I'm not sure that I'm going to keep this. I haven't used it yet. I just practiced, there's nothing in it. I just practiced tying the bow on it. I literally picked this up last night. So I haven't used it yet, and I'm not sure. I'll talk about that later. Let's talk about comparing these guys first. Obviously they're in the same print. So they're both in the damier Ben print. They have the same treated leather handles, which is why I went for the Speedy B in the damier Ben, was specifically because of the treated leather. I actually don't have anything from Louis Vuitton at all that has the non-treated vachetta leather at all. All of my monogram pieces are like SLGs, and they don't have any vachetta on them at all. I'm kind of neurotic and I don't like the watermarks. So that's why I ended up with this one in the damier Ben. So this is the 30, it's the mid-size. I know there's more sizes. There's a 25, a 30, a 35, and then there's a 40, and then you get into like keep all sizes. This has a red interior as well as the Siena MM. Should probably open it. Also, oh, there's stuff in here. Hang on. Yes, the Siena MM also has that pop of red interior, which I absolutely love because I think it's so pretty in there to not have some plain boring color in here. So, size comparison, they are, let me back this up a little bit. They are pretty much the same width. Where you see the difference here, let me slip these guys up. Where you see the biggest difference in these two bags is in their width. They're the same length, but get this dripping. I will be getting a bag organizer at some point. Okay, so there's the Speedy, and there's the Siena. So the Siena is smaller and it holds less quantity because it tapers. So it goes from pretty fat at the bottom all the way up to this narrow point at the top right here. Whereas this guy, it's kind of like a duffel bag and just stays really thick and then kind of rounds up where that one tapers. Also, the Damier event print that just has the checks. This has the pleating front and back with the, they say these kind of are reminiscent of like the trunks. This little tab here, and it says Louis Vuitton Paris on it, where the Speedy does not have that. They have these kind of little leather gusset things. And on this one, it has smaller like black leather, treated leather gussets, but larger rivets. So this one has smaller rivets, this one has larger rivets. This one has kind of a larger handle, and this one doesn't. This one's smaller, but thicker. I know, they're very similar bags. I think it's just about what you can fit inside them. So I actually never felt the need until recently to get an organizer for this bag because it tapers. So because it tapers, I really don't put a lot in the top of the Siena. I kind of, most of my stuff stays kind of down in this area right here. So I really only kind of utilize half this bag because, well, and it opens up great and wide, it's fabulous, but it gets so skinny up here that it's hard to fit anything in there. My full size 9-inch, I think it's 9.8, something like that, iPad Air 2 fits in the Siena. Okay, so I would say that the biggest difference between these two bags, other than their shape, is what you can fit inside them. Minnie, stop. Sorry guys, dog. She wants to be on camera. So the Siena bag, while it does hold a lot, it's not one of my smaller carrying bags. It's not going to be able to hold as much as the Speedy bag just because of its shape. I would say that there are a couple more pockets in the Siena. So you've got one big pocket here, and you've got two like phone size pockets on this side of the bag. And that's kind of what I utilize to put my keys and so I put my phone in the big one, and then I put my key clay, or I have this key holder from Louis Vuitton, so I put that one, and I put my car key in the other one so that those are really, really accessible and I can always find them. And then the rest of the stuff kind of just sits in the bottom of the bag, which works fine for me. I don't carry like a ginormo amount of stuff when I use this bag. This one is not what I would call my Mary Poppins bag. I have a Balenciaga city bag, which I can carry a massive amount of stuff in. So it would be really actually interesting to do a comparison between the Speedy and the Balenciaga City, because I call the Balenciaga my Mary Poppins bag just because I can hold like everything and the kitchen sink in that bag. So it would be great because I actually have been leaning towards smaller bags. I have a Chanel wallet on chain that I use, which is very, very small. I have the Chanel reissue 226 size, which is the medium size, that is smaller than either of the Louis Vuitton bags that I have. I have a Gucci Soho Disco, which is on the smaller side as well, even though it holds a lot. This bag has 3 pockets that I showed you. Yes, 3 pockets. This bag has 1 interior pocket. People call this the black hole, and I can so much see why. Okay, because it's like this ginormous hole in there, and this is the new model. I just bought this. Its date code, where is its date code? I think it's underneath here. Its date code was 01 SD, so it was made in America. 018, which doesn't bother me. I don't really care where it was made. SD 0187, so that means it was made in America, and then it was made in the 8th week of 2017. So this was made probably the end of February, because that would be the 8th week. So the end of February 2016, and we are mid-March. So this puppy was made like 2 or 3 weeks ago, which is kind of cool, actually. So yeah, this is a brand new bag. She said she had just gotten the shipment of these in, which is pretty cool. This bag has one pocket in it, one little baby guy that barely fits my phone in it. Has a zipper though, which I kind of like, so it keeps it a little more on the secure side. But that's the only pocket it has. So I will definitely 100% be getting an organizer. I'm thinking about going with an original club organizer only because so I was between the Samorga and the original club when I was doing my research last night on which organizer to get, because I decided that I was definitely gonna need an organizer for the sucker, because I'm gonna throw things in there and it's gonna become a black pit, which would be an amazing what's in my bag, because I would just be pulling things after things after things out, but probably not great for my daily life because I would never be able to find anything. Okay, so in terms of size, the Speedy is definitely larger, has less pockets than the Siena, where I really never felt the need to put an organizer into the Siena. I definitely feel like I'm going to need an organizer for the Speedy. I looked at the 25 last night, which I probably still would put an organizer into just because it was also that kind of black hole shape. So while I looked at the 25 last night, I didn't think it suited my body frame because I am more on the hourglass figure size. I'm not super stick thin. I'm not like super chunky, but I'm not super stick thin. I felt like it kind of looked like a kid's purse to me. These handles, I don't know if you can tell, maybe. These handles on the Siena bag are actually larger. There's a bigger hole. Let's see if I can hold them up. Just a touch, but it's enough that I can tell. Like the Siena bag's arm carry is a little easier just because they're just slightly larger. This is still gonna be fine. It's not gonna bother me, but the Siena's arm carry hole, like this area here, is slightly larger. So if that's something that you're concerned about, I would go try on bags in the store, because the 25 was smaller in size. Like this open area here was smaller, and for me, I didn't feel comfortable. I did not enjoy that. So that's something that I would say you should probably pay attention to if you're in the market for a Speedy. These are fairly similar in size. If you go onto the Louis Vuitton website, they're gonna have fairly similar dimensions because their bases, whoops, man, this was one of the problems I had with the Speedy when I was going to shop for it originally. Okay, so yeah, it's kind of squished because this one has a rigid base. So I don't know if you can see this right here. That is another difference, is this has a rigid base on it, so it doesn't sag, and it has some like sewn, it's like a big sewn X. Let me show you. Just like a big sewn X on it. And it's not going to bend. It's got like a base shaper already built into this one. But the base of these are fairly similar in size comparison. So when you go on the website, they are very similar. Like I said, the handle drop on the Siena bag is slightly larger. If you put it up, there we go. That's better. So you can see it's just slightly larger, maybe about an inch. I would say it's like an inch larger on that strap drop, which does make a difference if you are somebody who wears coats, if you live in a colder part of the country. I live in Los Angeles, and although we've been getting weather lately, we've been getting a lot of rain, which is great because we've been in this nasty drought for like 5 years. We don't get enough weather that I would need to wear like any sort of heavy coat. Also, the Siena bag has one zipper. So it has one large pull tab that says Louis Vuitton on it. And man, these zippers are like butter. These are great. The regular Speedy without the bandoulier has one pull tab zipper. This guy has two right here. So he's got, I'll show you, bring it up into the middle. I actually put the lock on the zipper because I wanted to see, but it has two zips. So you can meet it in the middle, you can put it on one end, you can put it on the other end. You can then, you like flip that over, and then put the lock on it, and that's how you lock it. I don't know anybody that really needs to lock their bags like that, but I guess it's a cool feature. Mostly I think this is just decor, but that's okay. So there's two zips on the Speedy. Also, the bandoulier straps on, so this is for the Siena bag, and this is the Speedy bag. So the Siena bag has a thinner strap than the Speedy, and I think that it's really smart that they made a thicker strap for the Speedy because it's gonna get heavy if you put a ton of stuff in it. So you don't want it digging into your shoulders. This one is thinner. It's also squishier because I've had it for like 2 years and I've used it, so it's squishier. This is much more stiff. Also, the Siena bag has a strap it is adjustable, and I have it on its shortest strap drop. On the shortest hole because I don't wear it crossbody so often. Like, I don't do that. I just have it on my shoulder. But so it's in like 2 pieces because of this. While the Speedy strap is actually in 3 pieces. So it starts on this side, and then there's one buckle here where you buckle in a strap, and there's another buckle there where you buckle in the strap. So it actually comes in 3 different pieces. So you could make it a shorter strap if you wanted to. I don't know that I would. I think that's kind of, it was pretty short when I did it. I took it off to see, and I didn't enjoy it in the store, and I didn't enjoy that length. I definitely think I'm gonna keep it long so that when I'm wearing it, it hits at my hip. The last thing I want to talk about is the price difference between the Siena MM and the Speedy B30. So the Siena MM is $1,650 in the United States as of March 2017, because I know prices change all the time. So you may need to look it up just to verify on the Louis Vuitton website. I'll link the bags down below too. So the Siena MM is $1,650, and I have my receipt here on my phone from yesterday. The Speedy B is $1,390. I think that the Speedy is going to be very different for me because I will be able to carry more, so it'll be one of my more like workhorse bags, whereas I would say that the Siena, while it holds a lot, it's still kind of like a medium-sized bag. It's not gonna be like, I can't overstuff that bag because then the pleats kind of smush out, and I don't want that to happen, where it kind of ends up looking like a barrel instead of the pleating. And I don't want to do that with that bag, so I end up tending to carry less, whereas I think I will be able to carry a ton with the Speedy bags. I also got the bandeau, and I'm so in love with that bandeau, the confidential bandeau. It's so pretty. Let's just eye candy it again. It's so pretty. It's actually, I enjoy it because it's black and white with a little bit of like the tan and brown and gold colors in there. So I think I'll be able to pair this with more outfits too, because not that I always pair my handbag with my outfit, but by putting this on here, I could get away with like black outfits and things like that instead of trying to stick with like ones that would look good with brown. I love this bandeau. I'm just dying. It's so cute. Thank you guys for watching my video. I hope you enjoyed it. I'm going to be doing lots more videos, so make sure you subscribe and stick around. And I'm looking forward to doing more in the future. Thanks.